Have you ever stopped in your tracks, looked in the mirror, and asked yourself, how much time do I really have left? Especially after hitting 70, it's not just a number anymore. Every day starts to feel more meaningful. Every birthday holds more weight. And deep inside, there's that quiet curiosity, or perhaps even a whisper of fear. What if your own body already knows the answer? What if, right now, you're walking around with subtle signs that quietly hint at how much time you truly have left? Not in a morbid way, but in a deeply revealing, almost empowering way. This isn't science fiction, it's fact. Your body is constantly communicating with you. And the real question is, are you listening? In this video, we're diving deep into 7 powerful, scientifically backed signs that doctors and researchers have observed in people over 70 that can predict just how long and how well they might live. These aren't just health tips, they're predictors of life itself. And by the end of this, you'll know what to look for in your own daily habits, in your energy levels, in the way you move, sleep, eat, and even socialize. Most importantly, you'll discover what steps you can take, starting today, to improve your chances of a longer, more independent, and vibrant life. Let's get started. Let's begin with sign number 1, your walking speed. Now, when most people think of longevity, they imagine genes, medical history, or maybe what's on their plate. But here's the shocker. One of the strongest indicators of how long you might live after the age of 70 is something as simple, as subtle, as ordinary as how fast you walk. Surprised? You shouldn't be. Research over the past decade has consistently shown that walking speed is not just about physical fitness. It's a direct window into your overall aging process. It's a real-time readout of your muscle strength, your joint health, your cardiovascular endurance, and even your cognitive abilities. In fact, it's so accurate that some doctors refer to it as a vital sign for aging adults. Let's paint a picture. Imagine 2 men, Joe and Frank. They're both 75, living in the same neighborhood, and they even went to school together. But that's where the similarity ends. Joe wakes up every morning, puts on his sneakers, and walks with confidence. His steps are purposeful, steady, and full of rhythm. His balance is solid, and he navigates stairs and sidewalks without a second thought. Walking is effortless for him. Frank, on the other hand, used to be active. But things have changed. These days, his steps are slower, shorter, less sure. He often finds himself taking breaks even during short walks. Stairs feel like mountains. He avoids crowded sidewalks. Sometimes, if he's not careful, he wobbles. These differences aren't just about lifestyle. Joe's brisk pace suggests that his body, his heart, lungs, muscles, and mind are still working in harmony. Frank's slow, uneven gait could be a sign of weakening systems beneath the surface. Declining muscle mass, joint problems, reduced circulation, or even early signs of neurological issues like Parkinson's or dementia. And here's the truth. Walking speed declines are not inevitable. They're a warning sign, but they're also a chance to take action. So if you've noticed yourself slowing down, or someone you love isn't moving the way they used to, don't shrug it off. This is your opportunity. Start with short walks, inside your house, around your block, wherever you feel comfortable. Gradually increase your distance and pace. Add in strength-building exercises that target your legs and core. Flexibility routines, yoga, balance drills. These can all help you regain stride. Little changes, like choosing stairs instead of elevators, doing leg lifts during commercials, or even stretching at the kitchen counter, can make a massive difference because ultimately, how fast you move through life can literally determine how long you keep moving at all. Walking speed is one of the simplest, most reliable ways to check in on your future. So pay attention to it, invest in it, and use it to keep your independence alive. Now on to sign number 2, your grip strength. Think about the last time you shook someone's hand. Did your grip feel firm, steady, and full of life? Or was it weak, hesitant, even a little shaky? You might not think much of it, but doctors do. In fact, researchers now say that the strength of your grip can predict more than just your physical strength. It can predict your overall vitality. Your grip is connected to muscle mass, to circulation, to nerve function, and even to your brain. A weakening grip isn't just a side effect of age. It's a red flag. Meet Robert and Walter. Both are 78. Robert takes pride in his handshake. It's part of who he is. He lifts light weights, does yard work, and never misses his daily walk. He opens jars without a second thought. He carries his groceries. His grip is strong because he keeps it strong. Walter, on the other hand, started noticing subtle changes. He began having trouble opening bottles. His briefcase felt heavier than usual. He couldn't hold on to objects for very long. At first, he brushed it off. Just getting old, he thought. But what he didn't realize was that his weakening grip was a symptom. His muscles were fading. And when grip strength drops, it's often a sign that other muscles are going too. That leads to frailty, poor balance, more falls, slower healing, and yes, even a shorter lifespan. But here's the empowering part. Muscle loss isn't permanent. You can reverse it, you can build it back, and your grip is the perfect place to start. Begin with hand exercises. Squeeze a tennis ball. Use hand grippers. Do wrist curls or lift light weights. Engage in activities that involve your hands. Gardening, cooking, even playing cards or using tools. Make it part of your daily life. The key is consistency. Small actions repeated daily create long-term strength. Think of your hands as a mirror of your inner health. If they feel weak, it might mean other systems are struggling too. If they're strong, it often means the rest of you is too. So ask yourself, how's your grip lately? If it's not what it used to be, don't panic. Start simple, but start today. Because the strength you hold in your hand could be the difference between independence and dependence tomorrow. Let's move to sign number 3, your ability to balance on one leg. It might sound like a party trick, or maybe something you did back in physical therapy. But balance, especially after the age of 70, is a serious predictor of long-term health and independence. The science is clear. If you can stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds, your odds of living longer, healthier, and with less risk of injury go up significantly. Why? Because balance isn't just about standing straight. It's about the coordination between your brain, your nerves, your muscles, and your inner ear. It's a complete system check. And if one part is slipping, your balance shows it first. Let's take Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has made balance a priority. She walks daily, does yoga, and incorporates balance moves into her routine. When she lifts one foot, she stands tall, steady, calm. Nancy hasn't focused on balance much. She's otherwise active, but when she tries to stand on one leg, she's wobbly. She grabs a chair. She can't hold the position for more than a few seconds. And while it may not seem like a big deal, just a little unsteadiness, it actually is. Poor balance is one of the strongest indicators of future falls, fractures, hospital visits, and cognitive decline. And the first fall? That can be the turning point in someone's independence. Balance declines for a reason. Muscles weaken, reflexes slow down, vision changes, and medications can play a role. But just like strength, balance can be trained. Start right now. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Walk heel to toe across your living room. Practice simple yoga or Tai Chi routines. Even gentle activities that require coordination, like dancing, stretching, or reaching overhead, can help. Balance isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about confidence. It's about knowing you can move through your world without fear. So test yourself today. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds without support? If not, that's your sign to take action. Not out of fear, but out of opportunity. Because balance, quite literally, is what helps you stay on your feet, physically and in life. Now let's look at sign number 4, your sleeping patterns. You've probably heard that sleep is important, but after 70, sleep becomes more than just rest. It becomes restoration. It's the time your body repairs itself, clears toxins from your brain, balances hormones, and strengthens immunity. And the quality of your sleep can determine the quality and length of your life. Consider Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry has maintained a consistent sleep schedule for years. He goes to bed at the same time, sleeps for about 7 hours, and wakes up refreshed. His days are full of energy, clarity, and motivation. His body is in sync. Bill, on the other hand, struggles with sleep. He wakes up multiple times at night, finds it hard to fall back asleep, and sometimes lies awake for hours. He often wakes up groggy, irritable, and mentally foggy. Over time, this lack of deep, restful sleep takes a toll. His immune system weakens. His blood pressure fluctuates. His memory seems slower. He doesn't feel like himself anymore. The connection between poor sleep and aging is real and dangerous. But here's the hope. Sleep can be fixed. Even in your 70s and beyond, you can train your body to rest better. Start by creating a bedtime routine. Avoid screens an hour before bed. Dim the lights. Read a calming book. Try light stretching or meditation. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, cool, dark, and quiet. Limit caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals late in the day. And aim for exposure to natural light in the morning to reset your internal clock. Don't accept poor sleep as inevitable. Take it seriously, because how well you sleep tonight directly affects how healthy you feel tomorrow. And if your nights are full of tossing and turning, it's time to make a change. Let's now focus on sign number 5, your appetite and eating habits. Most people don't realize this, but the way you eat after age 70 says far more about your health than you might expect. Appetite is more than hunger. It's a signal from your body about its internal state. A healthy appetite, especially when paired with balanced eating, is a strong sign that your body is functioning properly. Digesting nutrients, maintaining energy, preserving muscle mass, and keeping organs and the immune system strong. But when appetite fades or eating habits become irregular, it's often a signal that something deeper may be wrong. Picture Margaret and Susan, both 74. Margaret still looks forward to her meals. She enjoys preparing colorful dishes filled with vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. She drinks water throughout the day, tries new recipes with her friends, and even treats herself to her favorite homemade apple pie now and then. Her meals aren't extravagant, they're intentional, and that intention gives her body what it needs to stay energized, sharp, and independent. Susan, by contrast, has quietly started skipping meals. At first, she didn't notice. She just wasn't that hungry. Then she started relying on crackers or processed snacks. Cooking began to feel like a chore. Her grocery list shrank. Over time, she began losing weight, not by choice, but because her appetite was fading. She was often tired, struggled with focus, and didn't feel like herself anymore. What Susan didn't realize was that her declining appetite wasn't just a passing phase, it was a silent alarm. For older adults, appetite loss can be caused by many things: slower metabolism, changes in hormones, medication side effects, poor digestion, even emotional factors like loneliness or depression. And when the body isn't getting the right fuel, the consequences are severe. Muscle mass begins to drop. Bones become weaker. The immune system loses its edge. And worst of all, once the body starts breaking down its own muscle for energy, recovery becomes much harder. This isn't about eating large meals or forcing yourself to finish your plate. It's about nourishment, giving your body what it truly needs to stay strong and resilient. The good news? You have more control than you think. If you've noticed a decrease in appetite, start by making meals simple and appealing. Include a variety of textures and colors. Add herbs and spices to enhance flavor. Eat smaller portions more frequently if large meals feel overwhelming. Stay hydrated, because dehydration alone can reduce hunger. Try eating with others when you can. Loneliness at mealtime often leads to skipping food entirely. And most importantly, be honest with yourself. If you're losing weight unintentionally or if food just doesn't appeal to you anymore, speak to a healthcare professional. It could be a fixable issue. Your diet is one of the greatest influences on how you age, how much energy you have, and even how long you live. Eating well isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about preserving your independence, protecting your brain, and fueling a future filled with strength and vitality. Moving forward to sign number 6, your ability to handle stress. This one might surprise you. Stress, often dismissed as just a mental challenge, is in fact a major biological factor when it comes to aging. How you respond to stress after 70 can influence everything from your heart to your brain to your immune system. Chronic stress doesn't just feel bad, it physically breaks you down. It increases inflammation throughout the body, weakens your immune defenses, disrupts your sleep, elevates blood pressure, and can even contribute to the progression of age-related diseases like Alzheimer's, heart disease, and diabetes. But it's not just the presence of stress that matters, it's how you cope with it. Let's look at John and Richard, both 76. Life has thrown challenges at both of them. Unexpected bills, family concerns, even health scares. John takes these issues in stride. He pauses, he breathes, he focuses on what he can control. He takes daily walks, talks openly with his friends, and meditates every morning for 10 minutes. He doesn't suppress stress, he processes it. As a result, his mind stays clear, his energy stays stable, and he maintains a positive outlook even in difficult times. Richard, however, tends to carry stress like a heavy backpack he never takes off. He replays past arguments, worries about future problems, and loses sleep over things beyond his control. He's easily agitated, his mind races at night, and he finds it hard to relax. Over time, this mental burden starts showing physically: higher blood pressure, constant fatigue, even digestive issues. Stress is invisible, but its damage is not. Fortunately, managing stress is a skill that can be built, no matter your age. Start with awareness. When something upsets you, notice your response. Do you tense up, shut down, react impulsively? Then try shifting your habits. Journaling, prayer, or deep breathing exercises can all help slow your mind. Movement, whether it's walking, dancing, or stretching, reduces cortisol and helps you release tension. Laughter truly is medicine. Watching something funny, calling a friend, or just smiling more often can lower stress hormones and lift your mood. Don't underestimate the power of talking things out, whether with a friend, counselor, or support group. Social interaction itself is a proven stress reliever. So ask yourself, how are you handling life's pressures? Are you adapting, or are you silently breaking down? Because the way you manage stress today determines how your body will manage aging tomorrow. And now we come to sign number 7, your social connections. This one may be the most emotional and the most overlooked. In the world of longevity, friendships, family, and community are not just feel-good bonuses. They are essential pillars of a long and fulfilling life. Numerous studies across cultures and continents show the same result. People with strong social ties live longer. They also experience lower rates of heart disease, better immune function, reduced cognitive decline, and higher life satisfaction. And yet, as we age, it becomes easier to become isolated. Kids grow up, friends move or pass on. Health limitations reduce mobility, and soon people find themselves spending more time alone, not by choice, but by circumstance. Let's meet Eleanor and Barbara, both 78. Eleanor has made social connection a priority. She still talks to her childhood friends weekly. She volunteers at her local library. She joins community gatherings and enjoys dinners with her neighbors. Even a brief conversation with a stranger at the store makes her day. She laughs often. She feels seen. She feels loved. Barbara, in contrast, has slowly withdrawn. After losing her husband, she didn't feel like reaching out. Phone calls became less frequent. Her kids live in another state. She fears being a burden, so she doesn't ask for help. Her days are quiet, too quiet. Over time, loneliness creeps in. Her mood dips. She becomes more tired. She feels forgotten. What Barbara may not realize is that her isolation is more than emotional. It's affecting her body. Loneliness increases the risk of stroke, heart disease, and even premature death. It accelerates cognitive decline and weakens the immune system. But just like balance or strength, connection is something you can actively cultivate, even if you haven't in a while. Start small. Reach out to one person today, a friend, a neighbor, a family member. Join a local group, attend a class, or volunteer for a cause you believe in. Even online communities can offer meaningful bonds. Remember, it's not about how many people you know. It's about how deeply you feel connected. A single, heartfelt conversation can do more for your health than a dozen vitamins. So take a moment to reflect. Are you spending most of your time alone? Are you missing the warmth of human connection? Then it's time to take that brave step forward. Because building or rebuilding relationships could be the very thing that adds years, not just to your life, but to your joy. Now that we've explored all 7 signs, your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, your sleep, your appetite, your ability to handle stress, and your social connections, you may be wondering, what's next? These signs aren't random. They are carefully studied, proven indicators of what's happening beneath the surface. But more than that, they are action points. Every one of these areas offers you a clear, manageable way to improve your future. You don't need to become a marathon runner, a weightlifter, or a wellness guru overnight. But you do need to pay attention. Your body is talking, your habits are shaping your future every single day. Take a moment to ask yourself, what resonated with me the most? Was it something physical like your speed or strength? Or was it something deeper, your sleep, your stress, or your sense of connection? Wherever you felt a spark of awareness, that's your starting point. That's your invitation to act. And the beauty is, it's never too late. Whether you're 70, 75, 80, or beyond, your future health is still in your hands. Your choices matter, your efforts matter, your life matters. And the small changes you make today could add not just years to your life, but life to your years. As we bring all of this together, it's important to remember that none of these signs exist in isolation. Your walking speed, your grip strength, your ability to balance, how well you sleep, your eating habits, how you manage stress, and your level of social connection. Each of these is a puzzle piece that reveals a bigger picture: your health, your resilience, your future. And while they're all based on science and supported by research, what makes them truly powerful is how personal they are. These signs don't come from a lab or a test result. They come from your everyday life. How you move, how you feel, how you interact with the world around you. They are subtle but honest, and when you start paying attention to them, you gain something extraordinary: the ability to take control of your own aging process. Let's take a final look at how these signs work together. Imagine someone who walks every morning, not fast, but steadily, with intention. They take the stairs now and then. They do light stretching or a few squats at home. Their grip is firm enough to open jars or carry groceries without struggle. They may not be lifting heavy weights, but they're using their hands, building strength with small, consistent movements. This same person might not sleep perfectly every night, but they've created a relaxing routine. They turn off their screens early, keep the bedroom dark and cool, and try to go to bed at the same time each evening. Their sleep isn't perfect, but it's good enough to wake up refreshed most mornings. They eat simple, nourishing meals, not fancy, but balanced. A bit of protein, some veggies, a piece of fruit. They drink water and enjoy the occasional treat without guilt. And when things go wrong, as they always do, they pause. They breathe. They don't spiral into panic. They talk to someone, maybe a friend, a neighbor, maybe their journal. They let the emotion move through them instead of getting stuck inside. And then there's the heart of it all: connection. They don't have hundreds of friends, but they have someone, a friend they call, a neighbor they greet, a grandchild they FaceTime, maybe a weekly gathering they attend, or a group text that makes them smile. This person may not look perfect on the outside, but inside they are thriving. Their habits, their movement, their mindset, all working quietly, powerfully, to extend not just their lifespan, but their ability to truly live. Now compare that with someone else, someone who's started walking slower, who avoids stairs and sits most of the day. Someone whose hands have weakened to the point that simple chores become frustrating. Who eats irregularly or not at all. Who tosses and turns at night, feeling tired even after sleeping. Who feels overwhelmed by problems they can't control, and who spends day after day in solitude. The gap between these two people may not be visible immediately, but over time, it becomes the difference between independence and dependence, between thriving and merely surviving. But here's the truth that often gets lost in aging conversations. You are not powerless. No matter what your age is right now, whether you're just entering your 70s or well into your 80s, there are steps you can take that will make a meaningful difference. These signs aren't fixed. They're flexible. They respond to your actions. And the earlier you start paying attention to them, the better your chances of staying strong, sharp, and vibrant for years to come. This is not about trying to be perfect. It's not about chasing youth. It's about embracing the life you have and making choices today that support your ability to live it well tomorrow. And those choices don't need to be big or dramatic. In fact, the most powerful ones are often the smallest. The habits repeated daily, the shifts in mindset, the willingness to keep trying. Let's take a few moments to go deeper into how you can turn these 7 signs into 7 strategies for longevity. For walking speed, make movement non-negotiable. Whether it's a short walk, a few laps around your house, or standing during phone calls, keep your legs in motion. If you can walk a little faster tomorrow than you did yesterday, even by just a few steps, that's progress. For grip strength, engage your hands. Open jars instead of asking for help. Do light lifting. Use hand grippers, or simply squeeze a ball during TV time. Don't let your hands forget their strength. They're your tools for independence. For balance, test yourself gently. Practice standing on one foot near a wall. Try a few steps heel to toe. Add short balance drills into your daily routine, even if it's just a few minutes. A strong center gives you the confidence to move freely and safely. When it comes to sleep, prioritize your rest like you would an appointment. Create a ritual that signals your brain it's time to wind down. Avoid late-night meals, reduce screen time, and don't be afraid to ask your doctor if something feels off. Sleep is not optional. It's restorative medicine. With appetite, think of food as fuel, not just a chore. If cooking feels exhausting, prepare simple meals in bulk. Use smoothies, soups, or easy prep meals to get nutrients in. Eat with others whenever possible, even virtually. The joy of food isn't just taste, it's also connection. For stress, develop your resilience muscle. Learn to step back and breathe instead of reacting. Practice mindfulness, journal your thoughts, or move your body to shake off tension. Talk about your problems, don't carry them alone. There is strength in releasing what weighs you down. And finally, for social connections, prioritize people. Call a friend, send a message, join a local club or activity, visit family. If distance is an issue, use technology to bridge the gap. Don't wait for others to reach out, be the one who does. And if you feel hesitant or unsure, remember this. You are never a burden. Your presence matters more than you know. Someone is always glad you called. Relationships are the roots that keep you grounded, the light that lifts your mood, and the heartbeat of longevity. In fact, studies show that isolation can be as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. So don't let loneliness become your norm. You have the power to reconnect, and it's never too late. Now that you've learned about these 7 vital signs and the stories behind them, it's time to reflect. Which one spoke to you the loudest? Was it your sleep, your strength, your pace? Whatever it was, that is your starting point. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on one small thing and do it consistently. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk every morning. Maybe it's adding more protein to your meals. Maybe it's simply calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. The journey toward better aging doesn't require perfection. It requires progress. It requires presence. And it requires the willingness to listen, really listen, to what your body, your heart, and your mind are trying to tell you. Your 70s and beyond don't have to be a time of decline. They can be a time of renewal, of mastery, of rediscovering what it means to feel alive. You've lived decade, you've earned your wisdom, and now you have the knowledge to match it with action. You don't need to fear what lies ahead. Instead, be curious about what's still possible. Whether you live 10 more years or 30, what matters most is how you live each day from here forward. Longevity is not just about time. It's about quality. It's about purpose. It's about feeling well enough to do the things you love with the people who matter most. So let me ask you, what will you do today to take control of your tomorrow? Will you walk a little more? Will you eat with more care? Will you speak up about your stress? Will you reach out to someone who's been on your mind? Will you stand on one leg and start building balance, literally and figuratively? Whatever you choose, know that even the smallest step counts. Your body's listening, your future is waiting, and you, yes, you are in the driver's seat. If you found these insights helpful, please take a moment to share one habit you plan to change or one thing that surprised you in this video. Your comment might inspire someone else to take action too. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video that could change your health, your mindset, or your life. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers people to age with strength, joy, and dignity. Thank you for watching and for investing in yourself. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and remember, the best years of your life aren't behind you, they're still ahead.